Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to take a look at the plank mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. Now this is a mattress we have reviewed before, and the construction hasn't really changed since then. However, they have added a new cooling cover upgrade. So we wanted to take a look at this mattress with the cooling cover and give you our fresh take on the plank mattress. Stick around. Now, in case you've never seen one of our videos before or been to our website, GoodBed.com, the number one thing that you need to know about mattresses is that they're highly personal. This means a mattress that is great for me can be truly terrible for you. Therefore, as a mattress shopper, the things that you need to focus on are what we call the 3 Fs: fit, feel, and features. Fit is about finding a mattress that fits your body in terms of your weight, your body shape, and your preferred sleep positions, much like picking out a pair of pants. Feel is about the characteristics of a mattress that cannot be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for you personally and your preferences. And features are things about a mattress that actually can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. This is how we conduct all of our tests, as well as how we organize each of our reviews. So let's start with fit, which is really the most important of the 3 Fs, since it's what determines the degree to which you will get the 2 things everybody has to get from their mattress, which are proper spinal alignment and adequate pressure relief. Now, in the case of the plank mattress, we have to first clarify that this is a mattress that is flippable, and each side has a little bit of a different softness level. So we kind of need to speak to their fit and feel, and even to a degree, their features separately on each side of the mattress. But with respect to spinal alignment, we felt that the firmer side of the plank mattress is going to be probably either side of the mattress could work for stomach sleepers. Let's start with that. But certainly if you are a stomach sleeper, even a lighter stomach sleeper, we generally would say that the firmer side is going to be better. It just provides the rigidity that a stomach sleeper really needs to prevent their midsection from sinking into the mattress and creating that overarching in the back. So stomach sleepers could work on both sides, but probably would prefer the firmer side. Back sleepers, we felt like also could probably work on both sides of the mattress. It's really going to depend more on your preference in terms of like the amount of softness that you want around you. Probably lighter back sleepers, we give a slight preference to the softer side. Heavier ones, we give a slight preference to the firmer side. But again, I think either could work for the full range of back sleepers. Side sleepers are kind of the opposite of stomach sleepers. In general, there's probably going to be better mattresses for you as a side sleeper in terms of their ability to conform to your curves when you're on your side and thereby keep your spine in that neutral alignment in that sleep position. However, we would generally say that heavier side sleepers would probably be okay on this mattress and probably would prefer the softer side a little bit than the firmer side. But again, it's going to be a little bit about your preference. Lighter side sleepers, I think, will have a harder time getting proper spinal alignment on this mattress, unless you're particularly not curvy, let's say. Then in that case, maybe you don't need so much conformance. In terms of pressure relief, this is a characteristic that really only matters for side sleepers, which is the position in which your weight is distributed over the smallest surface area. Specifically, your shoulders and hips tend to be the hot spots for pressure points. And in this case, it's not really a strength of the plank mattress. So it's sort of going along with what I was saying before, that side sleepers, from a spinal alignment standpoint, may find better options out there. They'll probably also find better options out there from a pressure relief standpoint as well. But for back and stomach sleepers, we don't really see the pressure relief here as an issue. So now let's move on to the second of the 3 Fs, which is feel. And again, these are the things that cannot be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. The first of these is softness. And again, this is a 2-sided mattress, and it's also worth noting here, maybe at this juncture, that I think part of the reason why Brooklyn designed this mattress to have 2 sides is that a lot of people get confused about the use of the word firm in a mattress. I find it too, it breaks down a little bit by age. People who are over 50 years old or so tend to equate the word firm with good. It's almost like they're synonymous in the context of a mattress. Firm equals good. Do I want a firm mattress? Of course, I want a good mattress. People under 50 tend to think of the word and how it's used more in line with how manufacturers today use the word, which is really a reflection of its comfort level, the degree of softness, which is much more of a preference-related characteristic. So I think part of the reason why they designed this mattress with 2 sides was that a lot of people were going to be saying, I want a really good mattress, I want a really firm mattress, I want the firmest mattress, and so if you are looking for that, well, here you go. I mean, this is one of the firmest mattresses you can find. But sometimes people then get this mattress and they go, oh, this is really firm. And maybe I don't want it to be, maybe I want a little more softness. Well, that's what the other side is for. So that's kind of how I think how they designed this mattress. Again, we tend to focus on this, what they call the ultra firm side, which is the firmer of the two, as kind of the primary side here. In fact, you can see Brooklyn showcases that side. We have that side up right now, and that's where the logo is properly oriented. So that's kind of the principal side here, and it is certainly the side that has the most unique feel. You can find other mattresses on the market that have a more similar feel to the softer side of this mattress, but the firmer side, it's pretty hard to find other mattresses that have this kind of a level of firmness. So with all that being said, with respect to the softness, we would classify the firm side of this mattress as an extra firm on our softness spectrum, which is the furthest to that side of the spectrum. Whereas the other side of the mattress, we would classify as just barely into medium firm. Now, in the previous version that we reviewed, we still classified that one as a firm. This one, we felt like maybe it was just enough of like pillowy softness at the very top of the mattress to nudge it into that medium firm classification. Now again, medium firm is not the middle. Middle is medium. So it's still on the firmer side of the spectrum for sure, but that's where we put it. So it's just kind of like a little bit more softness for those people, like I said, who maybe get this mattress and it wasn't quite what they were expecting. The next feel characteristic, that's cushioning depth. That's the difference between sleeping in your mattress or sleeping on your mattress. In the case of the plank mattress, it doesn't matter which side you're on. It's going to be much more of the sleeping on your mattress sensation, much more of that kind of floating above your mattress sensation, not the hugged or cradled type of sensation that you get on some mattresses. The next feel characteristic would be the degree of memory feel, that slow responding kind of melt into the bed. You're not going to find any of that on either side of the plank mattress. There's really no memory foam in here, so that's not going to be part of this mattress's feel. And then the last feel characteristic is bounce. Now, this is not a bouncy mattress. It's not a spring mattress. It's an all foam mattress, so particularly at what we call the deep bounce level, when I put my full 200 pounds down on the mattress, there's really no bounce whatsoever. Where you do have a little bit of bounce is at the surface of the mattress, particularly on the firmer side, you have a little bit of bounce. And then when we drop our bowling ball on the mattress, what happens is it does bounce a little bit there, and it's really more because of the lack of padding and cushioning layers on this mattress. Normally those would absorb some of the shock of the bowling ball drop, but in this case you're kind of bouncing that ball more or less on that support core, which has a little bit more bounce to it. So you get just a teensy bit of bounce, but it's certainly less bouncy than average. All right, so now we're going to move into the third and final of the 3 F's, which are the features. And again, these are the things that actually can be better or worse, however, may or may not be a priority for you personally. And the first of these is motion isolation, which is the degree to which the mattress is going to prevent you from being disturbed over here by activity and motion happening over here. And in the case of the plank mattress, we found that overall the motion isolation was good to very good. I say good to very good because we found it to be slightly better on the soft side than on the firm side, but overall still good to very good in either case. One thing you want to note about motion isolation that's kind of unique about the plank mattress with the cooling cover is that the cooling cover is pretty slippery. So depending on what kind of foundation you're putting this mattress on, if it's a fabric covering that your foundation has, then you might find that the mattress wants to slide a little bit when you get into bed. That can be a form of motion disturbance. That being said, if you're putting this on slatted base or something along those lines, you're probably not going to have any motion with this thing, so that's not going to be a factor. But I just wanted to mention that it's irrespective of which side you have this on, but because it's a flippable mattress and because the cooling cover has some slipperiness, you're always going to have some slipperiness on the bottom of the mattress. The second feature is temperature, and this is really about the mattress's ability to keep you cool during the night, which for some people can be a pretty important consideration. In the case of the plank, again, we're reviewing this version of the plank with the optional cooling cover on both sides. And what I would say there to start with is that you can definitely feel the cooling cover. The purpose of the cooling cover is essentially to give the mattress a coolness to the touch. It uses phase change material, which is essentially tiny, like microscopic wax beads that essentially, as you touch them, they transform from, like the way wax would melt when you hold heat to it. These wax beads will essentially, the wax inside the beads will melt. And in the process of transforming from a solid to a liquid, that actually draws heat from your body, and that creates a sensation of coolness as you touch it. So it's not a sensation that will last the entire night, but it is certainly a sensation that you will feel when you lay down on the mattress and for those first minutes while you're hopefully falling asleep. So that is a nice upgrade here. As it relates to the mattress holistically in this category, it's an all foam mattress, so we always talk about airflow being a really big consideration with regards to temperature and temperature regulation. So you're not going to get an exceptional amount of airflow on an all foam mattress like this. So the cooling cover is a nice way to kind of add some coolness to this mattress. That being said, one of the other things that this mattress has going for it in this category is the fact that because you don't sink down into this mattress and because it's not giving you that hugged or cradled sensation where a lot of your body's surface area is kind of in contact with the mattress, you have the benefit of a lot of your body's surface area being exposed to the air and thereby able to dispel heat just more naturally without that heat being disseminated into the mattress. So that I think is another thing just generally that this mattress has going for it with or without the cooling cover. So overall, we would say that certainly with the cooling cover upgrade, this is a mattress that we think in this capacity should be good. The next feature is edge support, and we look at this a couple different ways. We look at this both lying on the mattress, that's kind of our more important consideration, as well as me sitting on the edge, just as I'm doing right now. And overall, we would say the plank mattress did good to very good. Again, it varied a little bit by side. Maybe counterintuitively, what we found was that the soft side had a little bit better edge support than the firm side. Again, the firm side was still good in our estimation, but for whatever reason, I think had to do with the fact that the softer quilt layer was on bottom when I'm on the firm side. That created a little bit more lean while I was lying on the edge of the mattress than I experienced when the softer quilting was on top, and essentially my body was more evenly compressing that, keeping me more level when I was on the edge of the mattress. So that's what we found with me lying on the mattress. Sitting was somewhat similar. We found it was just to be slightly better, a little bit more stable when the softer side was up, but still good in both cases. Another feature we look at is the ease of repositioning, which can be important for some people. In this case, really, I don't think this is something you need to think much about. The firmness of this mattress is going to make it pretty easy to move around on either side of this mattress. The next area of features we consider is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, which also incorporates an assessment of the degree of harmful chemicals that you might find in a mattress, because that could be even more of a concern for some people in this area. In the case of the plank mattress, I want to start by saying this is not a natural mattress. Obviously, it's a mattress that's made entirely of foam. There's no natural materials in this mattress to speak of. So if this is something that you're specifically looking for, there are plenty of other mattresses that would be a better fit for you in this regard, including ones made by Brooklyn Bedding. That said, as it relates to the lack of harmful chemicals, there is something that I think that you can take some reassurance from in this area, which is that all the foam used in this mattress is certified to the CertaPure standard, which is a standard that specifically looks for both the presence of and the off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. So I think that is something. On top of that, I also could say that when we opened this mattress, as it relates to, vis-a-vis other mattresses we open, there was relatively lower off-gassing that we experienced initially. There certainly was some new mattress smell, but as I get up, even after just a few days, I have to get right up next to the mattress to be even able to detect any kind of that foam smell or new mattress smell. So I think in general, we didn't experience a lot of off-gassing on this mattress for what that's worth. The last area of features that we're going to cover in this video relates to adjustable base compatibility, which is something more and more people are asking us about these days as these adjustable bases really grow in popularity. When we think about adjustable base compatibility, we look at three things. Number one, first and foremost, will it damage the mattress or void its warranty in any way to use it on an adjustable base? Answer here is certainly no. The plank mattress is designed and meant to be used on an adjustable base. The second thing we look at is how well does the mattress conform to the curves of the base, particularly when we have it in a fully elevated position. In this case, we felt like the conformance here was pretty good. It certainly wasn't the best you can find. The mattress is firm, so it wants to be straight to a degree, but it did actually a little bit better than we expected in this respect, and was able to conform reasonably well to the curves of the base, even in that, again, we tested in that extreme position of having both head and foot fully elevated. Likewise, we also look in that same position at the question of whether anything weird happens to the mattress when you use it in that kind of fully elevated position. Sometimes you have edge support bowing out. That wasn't the case here. What was the case here is that we did find the quilting. Both sides have some quilting. The quilting is a little thicker on the soft side than it is on the firm side, but by the same token, the quilting is a little firmer on the firm side than on the soft side. So really kind of both sides had a little bit of quilting bunch up that, it's not a huge deal, but I think you would certainly notice it if, for example, you were not on the mattress when you elevated it and then you went and sat down on that mattress. You'd notice that there was some bunched up quilting under you. You probably would just quickly get used to it, but you'd notice it at first. So in general, we would say maybe this isn't the highest score for adjustable base compatibility, but we certainly still think it's good in this category. All right, so now that we've covered the three Fs, three other things that are going to be important anytime you're buying a mattress, but particularly when you're buying one online, are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In terms of delivery, Brooklyn offers free delivery to your doorstep for this mattress. You'll be on the hook from there to just bring it into your bedroom and unbox it. We can attest to the fact that that process is pretty straightforward, certainly consistent with other types of mattresses that are compressed and rolled and shipped in this same manner. In terms of return policy, Brooklyn offers a 120-night in-home trial. The one thing that they do ask is that you sleep on it at least 30 nights to give your body a chance to adjust to it, which is a pretty standard feature of a lot of these return policies. In terms of the warranty, Brooklyn offers a 10-year warranty on this mattress, but the most important thing that you need to look for in a mattress warranty is what they define to be an allowable dip, in terms of meaning how deep does a sag or a body impression have to be before they consider it to be a warranty defect. And this is actually a strength of the plank warranty because they define that to be 1 inch, which is less than you might find on a lot of other mattresses, I would say. So we certainly would view that as a positive relating to this warranty. All right, now let's take a quick peek at what's actually inside a plank mattress. And to enable you to get a direct look at it, we've gone ahead and cut this mattress open and also pulled aside the kind of fire barrier that's in here so you can see the actual foams. It's really quite a simple construction. You're looking at essentially here a 7-inch base foam of 1.8 pound polyurethane foam. It's a typical firm support core type of foam. And then below that, we have, by the way, the firm side up here, the softer side down. And below that, on this softer side, on the top of the softer side, you have a 2-inch layer of what they call Titan Flex foam, which is essentially an engineered polyfoam. It's a 2.5 pound density foam in this case. And one thing that's interesting to note is that this Titan Flex layer is convoluted. So egg crate shape, that adds a lot of softness. 2-inch would be kind of the max height of that. It gets lower as in the valleys of those convolutions. That, when you convolute a foam, results in a lot softer feel than with just a straight up, 2-inch layer of that same material. So that's part of what gives added softness to the softer side. The other part of what gives that added softness is the quilt. So each side has some foam quilted into the cover. The quilt package, however, is a little looser, a little more billowy on the soft side, maybe even a little taller too. I'd call it like 1 inch to 1.5 inches on the softer side. It's probably closer to an inch, maybe even less on the firmer side, where it's also stitched down a little tighter. And so it's worth noting here that on the firm side, really you have this quilt package, but then below that there's nothing else between you and the support core. So that's really what gives the firm side its firmness, is that it's just a relatively tight quilt package directly on top of a foam support core. All that, by the way, is of course you've got these tape edges here. You've got a nice kind of sweatshirt type material side panel, and then of course you have the cooling material in the cover in the version that we have, which is achieved through the use of phase change materials. So the total height of this mattress, just so you can kind of see here, is roughly in the 11-inch range, give or take, depending on the quilt package. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value, and this is where we think about what's in the mattress, how long do we think it's going to last, and how does that all add up relative to the price. Now, in terms of what's in this mattress, as we showed you, it's a pretty simple construction. Arguably that Titan Flex foam, that's an engineered foam, that's a premium material that you have on the softer side of this mattress. But other than that, it's a pretty basic construction. Now that's also something that you should think of in the plus side when you consider longevity. Overall, this is a mattress that's well constructed, and it doesn't have a lot of weak links. You're essentially talking about a 1.8 pound base foam, which for people of most weights should hold up pretty well. Now, I do have some concern for the heaviest sleepers. Certainly people over 250 pounds. We've seen that a 1.8 pound base foam can be maybe something that could break down over time, particularly in this case where you're going to be certainly putting a lot of pressure on that base foam, since especially if you're on the firm side, you're not going to really have a whole lot between you and the base foam. So that would be one consideration from a durability standpoint, but that wouldn't apply to anyone under 200 pounds. Then I do have one small, maybe you'd call it a quibble, with the design of this mattress, in the fact that they used a convoluted foam on the soft side. I have a quibble with that because, as we noted in the beginning of this video, the majority of people are buying this mattress to use with the firm side up, which means that you essentially have a convoluted layer with the convolutions pointing down at the bottom of your mattress. And you would never design a mattress that way if it was really intended to be used with this side up. So I found that to be a strange choice and a strange method to utilize to add softness to that softer side. And that is something that I think could add some longevity concerns down the line. But on a net basis, if I'm adding all of that up relative to the price of this mattress, I would still say that this is a mattress that offers a very unique feel. And if you're after that feel, you're after that support profile, then I think that this certainly still is a good value. So just to sum up some of the key points we've covered in this video, the Plank mattress is an 11 to 12 inch two-sided mattress that offers a different feel and support profile on each side of the mattress. We talked about how really both sides could be a good match for most stomach sleepers. We talked about how both sides also could be a pretty good fit for most back sleepers. Side sleepers, we think probably, unless you're particularly after a really firm feel and you're not particularly curvy, we think you're probably going to be better served on other mattresses. And we talked about how the two sides of this mattress offer different softness levels. We classify the firm side as an extra firm on our softness spectrum, while the soft side would be just barely soft enough to make it into medium firm, still on the firm side of that spectrum though. And we talked about how neither side is going to offer you a particularly deep amount of cushioning. You're going to get more of that floating on top of your mattress sensation. You're not going to get a lot of memory feel, and you're not, generally speaking, going to get a whole lot of bounce on this mattress either. We talked about how it offers very good edge support as well as very good motion isolation. But really the biggest thing about this mattress that we have to keep coming back to is that when you look at the landscape of mattress options out there, this really does, particularly on this firm side, offer a unique feel. So if you're after a mattress that really is one of the firmest ones on the market, then this is a very unique option. And certainly if that, as well as all of the other characteristics that we've described in this video, sound like a good match for your personal needs, preferences, and priorities, then we definitely think the Plank mattress is one that you should consider. So there you have it. We hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the plank mattress is the right mattress for you. We also want to make sure we urge you, if you're serious about this mattress, definitely check out the written version of this review, because there you will find a lot more detail on all of the assessments we made of this mattress, as well as the latest prices, which are changing quickly across the industry right now, and importantly, the best available discounts at this time, which we always make sure to keep up to date. So if you're not already watching this video on our website, be sure to check the link that we'll put in the description of this video to get to all that extra information that you're gonna want. Last thing I'll add is that if after all that you're still not sure whether this is the right mattress for you, we recommend you take the GoodBed quiz. This quiz will take you through a detailed assessment of all of your unique needs, preferences, and priorities. Then we'll search across options both online as well as the stores in your local area. And ultimately we'll show you options that we think are the best match for your unique requirements. We honestly think it is the best starting point for any mattress shopper. In the meantime, we really thank you for watching, and we hope you sleep well.